Hey there, it's Tim, and first and foremost, I want to congratulate you for making the decision to become a Beachbody coach. I want to welcome you to the community, and we're so happy to have you here on board. Now, the video that you're about to watch today is one of the first things that we encourage every new coach to do. And this is what we call creating an open for business post. Okay, so this is something that you're going to be sharing to your social media platforms, something you'll be sending out via email to your personal network with your friends and family. And this is basically just announcing to people that you made this decision to become a coach, what that means for them, and how they can get involved with you. Okay, because just generating awareness up front is very important because we want people to know that they can come to you for this sort of help and that you're available. If they are looking to get a Beachbody program, a lot of people have already been considering this, and the fact that somebody that they know has been getting some good results and that could help them out with accountability, support, and helping them achieve their goals, that could be exactly what they need to make a decision and jump on board now. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of the sort of post that you should be putting up so that you can announce this to them in a way that is inviting, where they get a chance to see a bit of your personal story and be encouraged by it, and then to help them make the decision to get in touch with you so that they can join you for your next challenge group and start getting results with the sort of services that you offer as a coach. So what I'm going to list here are a few elements that your post should include, and I'm going to show you an example post after the fact so you see exactly how it should look. But the post that you put up should include some of your personal story. And when I talk about this, this has to do with the sort of journey that you've come through so far up until this point. Because becoming a Beachbody coach, as you've probably learned by now, doesn't have to be, you don't have to be at the end or to your ultimate goal of where you want to be with your own health and fitness before you can become a coach. You could still be in the middle of your journey, you could be in the very beginning stages of your journey, but you've seen some growth, you've seen some movement, enough to get you a little bit excited to be doing what you're doing. And no matter where you are at in your journey, rest assured that your message will resonate with who it is supposed to. Because, we connect with people who are very close to where we're at, but a little bit ahead of us. And those are the sorts of people you're going to be connecting with at each stage of your journey. Okay, so you want to include where you started, how you were feeling before you made the decision to get a Beachbody program yourself. Think about when you became a customer of Beachbody, where you were at before that, what prompted you to make this decision to get involved with a Beachbody program and regimen or Shakeology, whatever has helped you up until this point. And then we want to take them through that transition of where you started to where you are at now and how that influenced your decision to become a coach. Okay, now along with this, we want to include a picture of you in the post. And this could be a before and after photo. Depending on how long you've been working on your journey, you might have gone through a major transformation already. And to share a before and after of where you started and where you've come to, this is truly inspiring to a lot of people out there because it's a very tangible way to see the sort of results that you've gotten. But even if you are just starting off in your journey, maybe you've only been doing a couple weeks, maybe you just completed 21-day fix, maybe you lost 5 pounds and you feel great, but it doesn't look like a huge physical transformation, you can still share, we want to still share the emotional journey of where you've grown to up until this point. Again, where you started and where you're at right now. And if it's not a before and after, we want to share a picture of, you doing one of the workouts, you committing to, maybe some of the meal prep you've put together with your 21-day fix. You want to make sure that your face is in there because people connect a lot more with you rather than the products themselves. Or you out on a hike, you making healthy decisions, something about your journey. We want to document that and put that in this post. Okay, so people have something to connect to there. And then thirdly, now this is something as far as when to post. We want to make sure that you put this post up when there's going to be a good number of people online. Because if you're putting this up onto your personal, whether it be Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, whatever social media networks that you're on, if you post it up in the middle of the workday when not a lot of people are on there, then it's very likely that a lot of people that might have been interested in what you have to say here and in your message aren't going to even see the post. Okay, so we want to make sure we're doing it at a time where a lot of people are on. What I found as far as my posting on social media is that either early morning or in particular later in the evening, well after dinner, people have had a chance to come home from work, have dinner, have some time with their families, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the evening, I found is usually a pretty good time to post where a lot more people are going to be on, just kind of checking through, it's a wind down activity for them. And then they're going to have an opportunity to see your post here. So those are a few of the elements of what a good post should include and when you should post it. Now, to give you an example of what that should look like, I've put together a post here of what I would probably put up if I were just starting my coaching journey today. So you're going to learn a little bit about my story here in case you don't already know it. So I start off with this. When I found out that I had ruptured a disc in my back, I thought that my days as an active athletic person were over. I didn't think that I would ever get a chance to perform at that level again because now I was an injured person, quote unquote. I felt depressed, demoralized, and hopeless. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm sharing my story here, and as you can see, I'm sharing my story from where I started in this journey, before I got involved with Beachbody, where I was at, because I want to document to people and show them where I was at and what prompted me to make the decision to get involved with the Beachbody program. And that's where we're going to go next. So second paragraph, after a few years of just going through the motions, I was introduced to P90X. I never thought that I would ever do a home fitness program. And despite my doubts about whether or not I'd ever even be able to do it, I finally made the decision to commit to the program faithfully and learn that I am still way more capable than I thought I was. So now I'm taking people through the journey. What prompted me to make the decision? Now I've made the decision, and now I'm starting to realize the benefits of my decision. So that brings us to paragraph number 3. As I progressed through the program, I went from feeling achy and depressed every day to feeling energetic and excited. I found myself doing moves I had never done before and being stunned when I was able to do them without much pain. I started following the program nutrition guide and making better food choices. I saw my strength come back. I lost 6 pounds while gaining muscle, and most of all, I started believing in myself again. I learned I could still do this. So now I've taken them all the way through the journey here. Now they're seeing, at least from this standpoint, we'll get to the before and afters later, but they're getting a chance to live through this journey with me and to actually experience some of the excitement and joy that I experienced going through this transformation. And if anything that I've said there resonates with where they're at, and again, the people that you're supposed to connect with are going to resonate with your message. So this message may not resonate with everybody, but it's going to resonate with people who've gone through anything of what I've described here before, between the emotional area, being depressed, being demoralized, feeling like they can't do it anymore. That's going to get their attention, and that's going to make them continue to read this post. So that brings us to the last part. This is the transition now. The experience inspired me to want to help others believe in themselves too and show them that they are capable of more than they think they are. This is why I decided to become a Beachbody coach. If you've been wanting to make some changes in your health and fitness, or simply want to feel more energetic and positive each day, I'd love to help you achieve that. My services are free, so if you're interested in getting started, you can message me or comment on this post so we can start working together, working on your goals together. Let's do this. So, as you can see there, we've transitioned from my story, what made me the decision to get a Beachbody program in the first place, the sort of results I've got, the growth I've gone through, and how that experience helped me make the decision to become a Beachbody coach, inspired me to become that. So that's where we wind up here. Now I encourage people to get in touch with me if they'd like to experience any of this. Notice that I didn't say anything about sales. I didn't say anything about the commissions that I have an opportunity to make. I made it completely about them, sharing my story so that they can relate with it, and then letting them know, hey, this is something that I offer now. I'm happy to help you out, and giving them an opportunity, encouraging them to touch base with me. And here's an example, as you can see here, of my before and after. That's the picture that I would share with this post so they can see the journey that I've already come through. And that adds credibility also, because they see that I'm going through the motions and I've achieved some results. And so if I've achieved results with this and I'm, offering to help guide them through the same system, it's much more likely that I'm going to be able to help them get results. And that's what they're truly interested in. So that's how a great open for business post should look. So that's one example. Now, just to give you an extreme of the other side, I want to show you what a not so great post would look like. And this is when you jump directly to what's in it for you. Okay, so let me just show you here. Hey guys, I'm so excited because I just became a Beachbody coach. That means that if you're looking to buy P90X, Insanity, Shakeology, or other Beachbody products, you can do it through me. Message me if you want to know how you can get a discount on the products as a coach. Yeah, let's do this. So, well, first and foremost, that post doesn't really explain a whole lot other than the fact that they can get products through me. And there might be a couple of friends who may join along those lines, just because maybe they've been thinking about getting P90X for a while. It's like, oh, I can buy it through you. Okay, cool. I'll throw you the commission. Maybe a couple of close friends you'll get for that, but to the masses in general, especially for all of those acquaintances of yours who maybe you're not all that close with, they're going to see this and be like, what the, okay, good for you. This post I made completely about myself. I told them, they can get stuff through me, find out if you want to get a discount on the products. Like, I didn't share any value of what I can actually offer to them. I'm just letting them know what they can do for me. And that in and of itself, like I said, if you get a few sales, you might get some from some close friends, but this is not going to be something that's going to attract people to you. It's not going to share the value that you offer as a Beachbody coach, and it's going to put some people off. And they're probably going to stop looking at your posts if you start putting up a lot of stuff like this. Okay, so we really want you to connect with people. We really want you to put your story out there, put yourself out there, allow yourself to be a little bit vulnerable, share your story so that people can relate with it. And this is what's going to ultimately attract people to your team, because your business is not about the products themselves. It's not about Shakeology or P90X or Insanity or TurboFire or 21 Day Fix or anything that's in there. It's about you, what you can offer to people, the encouragement, the support that you specifically offer. And this is what makes your business unique. This is what's going to draw people specifically to you. Okay, if you make it about the products, there are hundreds of thousands of other coaches out there selling the same products. And if it's just about the product, they can get that from anywhere, and they can probably get it cheaper if they find it through somebody on Craigslist, okay? So we really want them to connect more with the value that you offer, with who you are, because this is what is going to ultimately attract people to your team, what's going to connect them emotionally to the journey that they're about to embark upon, and what's going to help them really get the results. And when they start to get results, then they start to get excited, and just like your journey has been up until this point, that is what inspires people to become coaches on your team. So this is the whole cycle, is how it works, and this is just the first step of initiating that cycle, is putting up this launching your business open for business post. Okay, so I hope that all makes sense. If you have questions or comments, please post them below in the comments section. And I look forward to talking with you on the next video with more coach training as we move forward.